Hi, this is the interview for my Generation to Generation report, and I'm just going to ask you a few questions like, how and where did you get your food?
Well, our food we produce, we have what they call farmers market. People put out the food, people buy farmers market, and a lot of the food has been transported in from other countries.
Okay, what about
Imports.
during the war?
During the war, well, we were rationed by the Japanese, our enemy. Okay, we were rationed, and a lot of the food that we have aside from the ration is from wild vegetables, wild boar, or, deer.
And I saw a video, and you used to climb up the trees and get the coconuts, and your sisters used to husk them, and your mom used to boil.
During the war, that was during the war, when my mother had to make copra, that's oil, from the coconut. And since I was a tomboy, I did the climbing, knocking down the coconuts. Knocking down the coconuts, and my mother, the coconut, and my mother, no, my sisters will grate it. My mother will squeeze it with water to get the coconut milk out. And then she'll boil it to make oil. So she'll trade coconut oil for food.
Okay, and what kinds of foods were available?
Rations.
Okay.
We had rations from the Japanese.
And you used to trade the rations with the coconut oil?
No. This is extra on the side. My mother will trade it for eggs or meat. Because the ration doesn't have any meat or, it's mainly just rice. Yeah.
And what do people eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Well, we're lucky we eat once a day.
You ate once a day? And was that around breakfast, dinner, lunch?
Probably you call it lunch.
Lunch. So you ate around lunch. And what's your favorite food?
Well, back then we didn't have favorites because we're lucky we eat.
So besides from like the meats and the eggs, and the rice, you didn't have a favorite food. You just ate what they gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we eat what we can get.
And what do women wear?
Women, they wear clothes like here, skirts and blouses, and Western, just for them Western wear.
So like shorts, skirts, dresses?
Not really, whatever we have. whatever we have.
So if the Japanese took your clothes and gave you these random clothes, you would wear them?
Mm, no, these are clothes my mother have sewn before the war.
So your mother sewed these clothes before the war for
Yeah,
you guys?
yeah.
Okay.
My mother was a seamstress.
Seamstress.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And men, the same thing. They would wear like shorts, whatever they got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not many, you know. They're lucky if they have 2 pairs. Yeah.
And you got your clothes from a market or from a seamstress, right?
No, it's clothes that we had before the war. We didn't buy clothes during the war.
You didn't?
There's nothing to buy. During the war, everything is short. You know, there's a shortage of everything. The Japanese took everything.
So you bought your clothes and made your clothes before the war?
Mm-hmm. Not bought. My mother made them.
Okay. So your mother made them.
Mm-hmm.
And how do clothes fasten? Like now clothes fasten with buttons, zippers, and Velcro. But were your clothes just sewn to fasten on your body?
Well, no, they're no. They're already, you know, my mother made them. I don't know. I don't understand the question.
So like, are jackets now, like your jacket, it has a zipper so you can zip it up.
Oh.
Like how does it fasten to where it keeps together?
Well, the way the style came in back then. Zippers, buttons,
Zippers and buttons?
yeah.
And what do people usually wear on their feet?
We wear shoes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if we don't have shoes, we have Japanese sandals.
Okay. Did you wear the Japanese sandals?
I didn't.
You didn't. You wore the shoes?
Yeah, the shoes that I have overgrown.
Okay. And what games did children play?
No games.
You guys just worked?
No, we make up our own games. We go to the beach, we pick shells, and we play with the shells. No toys whatsoever.
No toys?
No dolls, no.
So if you wanted a toy to like mess around with, you had to make it or you had to imagine?
No, we just play what we have, like mainly really the seashells.
The seashells.
Mm-hmm.
Do you love seashells?
Yeah, well, you know, I was a tomboy, so I don't know. I never played really with the girls, so I played with boys, and we pick seashells, and we toss them in a hole, and whoever gets the most in the hole is the winner.
That reminds me of the beanbag game.
Something like that. We make up our own games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were no toys, right?
No.
And for transportation, how long did it take people to get around, like to the jobs or school?
A lot of them walk to work. A lot of, there's no such thing as buses. Because during my time as a child, it was all during the war.
So people just walked everywhere?
Mhm.
And how they walk to travel short distances?
Say that again.
They walk everywhere. Like no transportation, no school buses.
No, I don't recall school buses, but I really don't remember having buses. Yeah. Of course, some people that are well off, the Japanese, of course, they're the ones that have cars,
Yeah, so they basically brought the
not
car.
the people, because we are like prisoners.
Yeah. And how do they usually have to travel a long ways to work?
Well, it depends what they do. It depends where their jobs are.
And where they live?
Yeah, right.
And do people usually stay around in their area for work or jobs?
Yeah, pretty much.
So they wouldn't travel to the other side of the island to go to a job?
No.
Okay, and appliances and computers. So I'm taking it you didn't have computers? Okay.
The computers weren't even invented then.
Okay. And what were common appliances in homes? Like now you have refrigerators, ovens.
As far as I can remember as a child, we cook outside.
An open fire?
Uh-huh. Yeah, open stove. Open stove. And when we bake, we have like an igloo. What would you call that?
I went to a field trip. I think I saw that on the field trip where you take it's like in the pizza shows, they take the pizza in there.
Mm-hmm.
You used to use that?
Yeah, like an oven. Like an oven, outside oven. Yeah.
So it's homemade?
Yeah, right.
So you didn't have any appliances using electricity?
No.
And
No telephone,
no computers,
no radio. Well, computers weren't invented back then. Computers just came in 2000, I think.
Yeah.
We're talking about 1941.
Oh.
Yeah. Everything you're writing down is 1941, 42, 43, 44.
So from
3 years.
3 years. This all you can remember. Okay, so lifestyle. What do, like I said, what do people do every day? I kind of got a gist from that. Like, people used to go to work in school and.
Well, some are teachers, some are office workers, a lot of laborers. They work with the Japanese. I worked as a forced labor They call it forced labor.
So you used to have to work for them forced with
By
no
force.
no payment.
No. No.
Do the women work? And if they do, did they work outside or in the home?
It depends. The Japanese puts them to work wherever they want to put them.
So they didn't really care. They just said, "Oh, you're gonna work here," and that's it. Okay,
No freedom.
no freedom. So what kind of work did they put the people to work?
I just got to telling you.
Oh yeah. Who takes care of the children after they're done with school?
Well, their mothers. Their mothers.
So they would get off work in time to take care of their
Well, not everybody works. You know. And if they have to, if their mothers, working mothers, their siblings, they take care of each other.
Okay.
That's very
And-
important. That's very important that you put down. The siblings take care of each other. No babysitter. The people take care of their own.
Okay. And most children usually go to school.
They by force.
And you had to learn Japanese when war started.
Mhm.
And what happens if you spoke English?
You get punished.
You get punished. Didn't your sister Terry get punished?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they always walked, so people usually would throw the shells for fun, right?
To where?
They'd throw the shells.
Show?
The shells.
Or shells?
They would kind of,
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the games, I'd say, not toy. The games. Children create their own games. No toys. Mhm.
and how much time did you spend cooking or cleaning?
Well, I was a child. I didn't do any of that. My mother did.
Okay.
Mhm.
And did you spend more time at home or did you spend more time at school?
Mm. Well, I'd say probably home and school.
You would always switch off. So there's like no time where you spent more at.
Mm. No, not really.
Okay.
No. Either going to school or going to work, because I was forced to work for Japanese as a maid. I was just a little girl. I was only 9 years old.
And how many siblings did you have?
How many what?
Siblings?
8. I'm sorry. There's 7 of us. So my siblings are 6. Makes me 7.
You had 6 siblings.
Mhm.
And you were forced to work after school. What happened to your sister Tara when she got punished?
What happened? Well, I don't know how to put this, but I rescued her, took her home. I mean, she could have died if I left her there. So, she was fine afterwards, of course, but she was close to death.
And do you want to tell me the childhood memories you have?
Say that again.
Do you want to tell me the childhood memory and the story of your childhood?
Is that a question?
No, just like tell me the story line of your childhood, like what you can remember.
Okay. Well, my father was in the Navy, okay, and I was his favorite daughter. And he came to school, I'll never forget this. I was 9 years old, and last time I saw my father's, we were pledging the flag of the United States. My father stayed for that, and then he said goodbye. And then he left. And then several months later is when the Japanese bombed Guam. And my dad never came back. So from there on is when the Japanese occupied Guam, and we had to obey and do what we're told to do.
And
I don't mean to get emotional.
oh, it's okay.
Yeah. So I've never had a doll. So after the war, of course, when my father came back, he brought me a big doll. It was a beautiful doll. But I was too old already, you know. Yeah. So those were the good days when the USA liberated Guam, 1944. 3 years Japanese occupied Guam.
Okay.
Yeah.